That was the spirit channeling ceremony just now. No, it was more than that.
What the hell was that? It felt like everything was on the brink of... like the whole world was seconds from...
Oblivion. It's the same vision as the one my thorns show me. A vision of impenetrable darkness that swallows up us and everything else.
An empty void. A nothing so complete and dominating that there...
The visions of the apocalypse you've been seeing. If I'd known how bad they were,
So, everything we just saw, those were Naori's memories, right?
That's right. It was as if her innermost thoughts were speaking directly to us. At least I know they weren't mine.
That power flowing into her, it reminds me of Xion's thorns. If they're what's responsible for all these visions she's been having, then maybe...
Maybe my thorns are made from that same astral energy?
If that is the case, we just found the missing link between your thorns and what happened here 3 centuries ago. No, more than a link. Perhaps even the very heart of the matter.
I've never felt astral energy so powerful. What was that?
If it's the same energy your thorns are made of, it must be dark astral energy.
Correct. Dark astral energy.
And when enough astral energy gathers together, it develops... If so, maybe that complete oblivion is exactly what...
I don't know. Will can be a pretty vague thing to nail down. It's more of a feeling.
But the will of Dana is made up of astral energy too, right? And if that... I don't know, should we really be getting so involved with...
Dana's will would never want oblivion.
But you can't say that for sure!
Cut it out, you two. Squabbling over theories will get...
Let's keep moving. If it's Dana's will showing us these memories, then I'm as clueless about its motives as any one of us.
Xion's right. All we can do is keep going. If these really are... And I think they may be the kinds of truths I need to confirm.
I'm sorry about what I...
Finally, we begin to understand what the thorns are.
Yes, and their source. A ceremony that occurred 3 centuries ago.
But we still don't know how to get rid of them. I just hope we can find a way. Soon, we might very well learn the truth, but I have to be ready to face anything. Whatever happens, I just need a little time first.
That vision we saw.
What do you make of it? Do you...
Maybe it's trying to tell us something.
Well, it could be supernatural. You know, like...
That's your grand theory?
Wait. He might be closer. What if a person's thoughts and deeds were to somehow... And what if those with a connection?
You think that's what it was? Some kind of message?
I am merely entertaining the possibility. Whether...
Okay, back up a sec. You're saying that if a place is full of...
More to the point, how does that much astral energy...
Whatever it was, it survived here intact for 3...
The strength. soon. We might very well have to be ready to face anything. I'm determined to save Shion and Dana. Hold up, you guys.
What is it?
I want to look through that room over there. Curious what we'll find.
That's the room you visited in your past, right? Sure. We can check it out. This looks like some kind of research facility.
A laboratory secreted away in the Forbidden Zone.
Looks pretty deserted.
Let's check it out. It might give us an...
For the people of Lenegus, the Forbidden Zone is the stuff of dreams.
It's off limits even for lords then?
Being exclusive is one thing, but how many important
Strange doesn't cover it. If it was only one room, maybe. Whoever the Sovereign is. They can't manage...
Did no one ever talk about it when...
No, not that I can remember. Then again,
The Forbidden Zone is a hallowed place, at one with the Sovereign's authority. That is what we believed this place to be. But now, it is finally time to discover this area's true purpose.
Well?
These are experiment records, by the looks of it. A composite being capable of controlling Danan astral energy, the creation of a governing central figure, taking the code name Sovereign.
Sovereign.
Wait, there's more. Research into utilizing force field crystals for the purpose of state. That must be the Master Cores. With all this raw data, there's bound to be record.
About the lords. Why would they be on there?
Think about it. The Lord's crests are clearly not to mention the fact that the contenders to the crown are selected from otherwise regular Renan citizens. In other words, it may be that all Renans are unwittingly being made subject to some kind of grand scheme.
What about the Sovereign? Does it say anything?
Where do I start? All I've read so far is the headlines. There's so much here. To sift through all of it would require specialized... Wait,
What is it? Did you find something?
it's a list of names, with the title Test Subjects, Sovereign. It's your call.
Read it.
There must be dozens of test subjects listed here. Hundreds even. All of them failures. Wait, I think I've found one that was successful. Test subject number 1273. Ethnicity, NA. Unique adjustment index, generation, NA. Given name, Alphen.
They re-engineered me. Right here in this lab.
Alphen.
It's fine, really. What about the others? Was I the only one?
Test subject number 10105. Ethnicity, NA. Unique adjustment index, generation, NA. Given name, Volron.
Volron? But that means...
He's only sovereign because someone made him that way too.
He's the last one. In 3 centuries worth of records, you and Volron are the only 2 subjects on whom the experiment was a success.
But what about the winners of the crown contests? Does this mean that none of them were ever crowned sovereign after all?
Upon victory, the Sovereign shall return to Rena and rule over Rena and Lenegus combined. When a new Sovereign is decided, the outgoing monarch shall relinquish their post and live out the rest of their days on Rena. So we were told. But according to these records, there have only ever been 2 Sovereigns. neither of whom had anything to do with the crown contest. It's all lies, including the part about the Sovereign residing in Rena. The crown contest was never about deciding a new ruler. It must always have been devised for some other purpose.
But even supposing that's true, someone must have been in charge for the past 3 centuries, right? If it wasn't the Sovereign, then who was it?
Crown contests have been held this whole time, in spite of the fact that there was already a Sovereign. Me. Meaning that for the past 300 years, someone out there has to have been maintaining that lie. The same person I'm willing to bet is behind all this.
The Red Woman?
It's possible. But that doesn't necessarily mean she's the mastermind behind this scheme. She could be working for someone else. Someone back on the Renan homeworld.
Either way, it's fair to say she's definitely involved somehow.
What about the data records? Is there no other information that could help us?
Not that I can see. Just file upon file of experiment results. There's nothing here about who's behind all this, or what their endgame is, unfortunately. I've barely managed to scratch the surface, mind you. You won't be able to read through it all, but you're welcome to take a look through what you can, while we're here.
I'll do that.
So this is where Alphen became the Sovereign. And Volron as well. The significance of this location would suggest...
Hey, it looks like the terminals in here turned on too.
Only 2 Sovereigns. So why has the experiment only succeeded twice in all this... Was there really no other way?
Dohalim.
Forgive me.
Alphen.
I'm fine. I'm just a little shaken, that's all. But it's strange. I've got all this rage inside of me, but I don't even know who it's...
If that were to happen, then No. Then
Yeah, we wouldn't just sit by and watch you.
That's right. No good can...
If you ever start to lose your way, you can count on...
And I would be happy to lend an attentive ear.
Naori, I...
Don't talk. I have to do this. I gave you my word that I'd help you return to Dana. The next time you open your eyes, you'll be home.
But you...
My place is here with my people. I still have a duty to fulfill. I'm sorry for what you've endured. Renan never should have dragged you into this. It's not your burden to bear.
But...
The mask contains a sedative. It should keep your mind from tearing itself apart any further. Let yourself go to sleep. This should help with the pain. Time to go, Elfin. Farewell.
Naori...
His injuries are worse than I thought. Short-term treatment isn't going to cut it. I'll have to switch the healing pod to long-term hibernation mode. The chance of surviving hibernation's less than 10%? And worse, long-term use of the mask carries a high risk of damaging his mind and nervous system. But... If I don't head back, Lennigus will be nothing but ashes, and this starship along with it. I don't know if I can fulfill my promise to you, Alphen. But if doing this will grant you even the slightest chance, I have to try. I hope it's enough. Please, live for me, Alphen. That vision. It must have been from when Naori helped Alphen.
She sure went above and beyond the...
Even with Lennigus crumbling down around her,
So that's why you lost your memories and sense of pain, and why you were asleep for that whole time.
Yeah. If it weren't for her, I wouldn't even be alive.
Now that you know how she felt, how do you plan on...
She kept her promise. If the Renan people she fought so desperately to protect are at risk from a malevolent force, then I owe it to her to carry on her fight. Naori was the one who put that mask on me, and made me Iron Mask.
She did it to prevent your soul from tearing itself apart. She knew you might lose your memories and sense of pain as a result. But more than anything, she wanted you to survive. And you did.
This place. We've seen this in one of Naori's memories.
Of course. After 300 years, this is where it was held. The spirit channeling ceremony. This is where the Renis Alma was.
So this is the place where you and Naori...
The Renis Alma isn't here now. Nor is the Red Woman, it seems.
I know it's difficult, Alphen, but there will be time to dwell on the past later.
Naori.
What is this? Is it the work of Dana's will again?
It's been a year since the ceremony. That day, I shut away inside of myself the power that caused Alphen to lose control. Since then, my visions of the future have grown more and more fearsome. Is this another memory? No, it's different this time. It's like she's speaking directly to us. What we did back then. Not so much as a day passes when I don't think about it. About what was done to us. All in the name of a ceremony. The purpose of which we were never even told. As Sovereign, they linked Alphen's consciousness to Lenegis itself. The Renis Alma was intended to control his power, lest anything should slip through its cracks. That day, as Maiden, my role was to temper his power. I was meant to guide it forth, and give shape to the strength inside of him.
Linked to Lenegis itself? But then, everything that's been happening...
But that power showed me a vision. A vision of oblivion. When I realized that vision was a prophecy of the apocalypse we were about to unleash, I couldn't go through with it. But without a maiden, the ceremony was doomed. Alphen lashed out, his consciousness no longer his own. I did what I could. Using my abilities as the maiden, I tried to seal that power away inside of me. But it was too late. Lenegis had already been brought to its knees. Thousands upon thousands of lives so cruelly snuffed out. All because of me. Because of what I had done. With the destructive force now slumbering inside of me, I knew I had to find a way to dispose of it. Anything to make up for my failure. But I didn't know how. Especially since that power was astral energy itself. In which case, ironically enough, the Renis Alma seemed to be my best bet. That, at least, would hold the astral energy dormant. Assuming that no malevolent third party got to it first. With the Sovereign and Maiden's combined power, perhaps I could shift the chaotic energy inside me into the Renis Alma instead. That's what I hoped, but alas, it was not to be. The Renis Alma was lost, and Alphen, the Sovereign, was in a starship bound for Dana. My only choice was to seal away the destructive force inside of me using my powers as the Maiden, to buy the world what little time I could. The time needed for a new Renis Alma to be crafted, and for a new Sovereign to appear. Even if by doing so, it meant I would be passing the curse on to my descendants as well. Please, forgive me. I never meant to burden the future world with this threat too. I only wish that there was something more I could have done. Wait, you can't just...
Naori,
That message just now, was it directly from Naori? Or was it the Danon voice speaking through her?
What?
These are the clothes that Naori and I wore during the ceremony 3 centuries ago.
So you're saying this is the Maiden's outfit?
That's right. These clothes are designed to resonate with the Sovereign and Maiden's abilities. They focus and enhance them.
And they appeared now because...
Naori must have left them here for the new Sovereign and Maiden, knowing the day would come when they would need them in their fight against the Thorns.
These outfits are directly linked to the answers we've been chasing this whole time. If they're here, it must mean it was Naori's will for us to find those answers as well.
Locating the Renis Alma would allow us to neutralize the dark astral energy inside Shion, thereby silencing her thorns. Is that what Naori's suggesting?
It makes sense. After all, Master Cores and Spirit Vessels are both able to prevent the astral energy inside them from developing sentience. By that logic, it would stand to reason that the Renis Alma would have the same ability on a larger scale.
We have a Maiden and Sovereign. Now all we need is the Renis Alma, and we'll finally be able to free you of your thorns. Shion.
It's possible? You really think so?
I do. We can rid you of your thorns and stop the world from falling to oblivion.
However, the spirit channeling ceremony already failed once. Even if our goal is different this time, we can't be sure the same thing won't happen again. We should take care not to be too optimistic.
You're right. It's the barest sliver of a chance. But if there's even the slightest hope it can work, I'm willing to stake everything I've got on it.
I know it's too early to let myself feel relieved, but I just can't seem to help it. Just hearing there's the slightest chance, even though I know the world's still in great peril. It's selfish of me, I know, but still.
No, it isn't! You found hope.
Rinwell's right. We can rid you of your...
Thank you. Naori entrusted us with the fate of all humanity. Now, it's up to us to prove that trust was well placed.
Starting with a little game called Hunt the Renis Alma.
Yeah, we've come all this way. Now we just need to search Lenniget's...
Yeah, we can
I too shall lend my services. My knowledge of Renin lore is bound to be a...
And they say modest.
Miracles just seem to follow wherever you go, huh?
How do you know it's me they're following? We're all in this together, Shion. You included. Now let's get moving, shall we? Last I heard, we had an apocalypse to stop. Thank you, Naori. So Naori sealed away the power that made she stopped my rampage. But then, that power she'd see... I'm so sorry, Shion.
You're wrong. What happened to you was because of the ceremony, and Naori's attempt, you paid a heavy price for it. The reason you lost your memory
Is the reason for your...
The thorns.
It all leads back to them. But once they're gone...
When my thorns are gone, I never dared to dream that's... No. The truth is, about a life without the touch of my family, or holding hands with Rinwell, or giving Law a deserved smack, embracing everyone. All the normal things that people do together. I always wished I could experience. Is it really okay? I'm so scared. What if it doesn't work out and...
That's not going to... I'm here to make sure it won't. Forget fate or destiny. We're going to live... a normal life. There are a lot of things you still want to do.
Yeah, it's such a strange... I know. And it's for my sake.
You're worth fighting.
I believe you, Alphen.
Good. I'll keep on fighting. Until our future is
Sounds like this Naori...
Her position demanded nothing less. From the sound of things, she didn't focus on difference.
Yeah. It was Naori who first showed me that such a thing was even possible.
Not only that, but she willingly stayed behind on Lenegis for the sake of her people.
It's as if walls meant nothing to her. The one separating the Ren...
Which basically meant that she never had anything to break.
You inherited that legacy.
Don't I know it?
She's kind of like a lodestar guiding our...
That's quite some door, all right. This might finally be it. The heart of the beast.
We'll find the Renis Alma and the Red Woman inside, right?
After everything we've been through to get here, they damn well better be.
We'll probably be needing you to open this one for us, Sovereign.
Go for it, Alphen.
This is it, guys. Time to see what secrets are in store.
We're a long way from the residential quarters now.
Yeah, you're right. Actually, this place...
Except the Danon astral energy feels even stronger.
In a portion of the city reserved purely...
Maybe he just has strange...
This place looks like it has been here for quite some time now. If its design were a matter of personal... Still, this isn't the sort of decadence of...
Hold up, decadence? Artistic
When a preference is indulged to its extreme,
That depends. Does it
the void that art fills isn't the stomach.
In that case, I'll let you know the next time I...
Now all we need is something to fill up.
Shut up!
Volron! He really was still alive.
And there's the Renis Alma. Then, is this another spirit channeling ceremony?
Wait, though. Something doesn't seem right here.
Once more, the powers must be united. Born from the fires of chaos, the world does seek its rightful state. All must be sacrificed in the heart of Rena, at the shrine of the true sovereign.
What has happened to him? He's lost himself, reduced to a mere cog in a machine.
Hey, look! Over there!
Isn't that the Maiden's crest?
Can it be that this entire chamber is meant to act as a substitute for the Maiden?
It looks like it's still running, but... Are we already too late to stop the ceremony?
If that's what caused Lenegis' transformation, then the purpose of the ceremony must have been to drain all the astral energy out of Dana.
But for what purpose? What could possibly need astral energy on that sort of scale?
I don't know. But whatever it is, I'll bet it's connected to those visions of oblivion. Regardless, we cannot stand by and let them steal Dana's energy. That said, we should retrieve the Renis Alma. Because right now, we need that most of all.
He's not gonna lunge at us out of nowhere, right?
Not the time, Law.
Alphen, look!
The Red Woman! So we finally found you. I have a lot of questions for you.
Wait!
What?
They all have the same face? How is that even possible? What is this?
Who the hell are they?
It can't be. Are they even people?
It's hard to know for sure, but I think they're the true rulers of Rena.
They're not feeling particularly talkative.
It's no use, Alphen. If we don't fight, we may as well be sitting ducks here.
Good point. Let's stop them before this gets out of hand.
Now I'm in the groove!
Demon Bang!
Try harder! Now!
Their arcs are interrupted.
Smash you!
Swallow blade! Try this!
Inspiration!
Don't leave me!
How about this?
That freaking does it!
Hurricane! Mega Ray! By the power of
Hurricane!
If it's in the sky, it's mine! It's mine! Where are you going?
I'm just getting... I'll crush you! Ah! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
I'll heal you all!
Prepare to be sealed! Can't get out of this!
Hurricane strike!
Swallow dead!
Look sharp.
Appreciate you healing now!
Infernal turret! This should do it!
Power of flame!
You may be strong, but I'll never back down! Ignite!
Going in! Ready!
Inspiration! I can do this already! Inspiration! I can do this
I'll
all!
heal you all!
Inferno!
Good!
Healing
I really owe you all. Here, I can carve through walls!
Power of
Swallow
flame!
blade!
Finish without a trace!
I'll finish you here and now!
Infernal turret! Try
Swallow
harder!
dance!
Now!
Rip and tear!
I'm ready!
This should do it!
Assault!
Where are you going?
Burn!
I'll heal you all!
Not to the...
Blaze don't far enough!
Healing hurricane strike!
Take this! Eat this! Thanks, Xion. I'll run you through!
Try this!
Bring it here! Discharge!
Don't give up! Inferno!
Does it!
Here goes!
Burning!
Laser spear! Here's evil!
Storm!
Freeze
This
laser!
should do it!
Here's Cruella!
Here's a healing art! First aid!
You see what happened there as you crossed? Shouldn't have done that. Thunder touch!
Roach's fury!
Hurricane strike! Anything in armor is all mine!
I'm not done!
First
Eternal
aid!
devastation!
Hear my call!
It's over!
Tiger
It's
blade!
gone!
I'll crush you! Ah! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Let the marksman hit
Roach's fury! Ignite!
Storm! Where are you going? Just
Roach's fury!
Talon hurricane! Tiger blade!
Blind swallow blade!
Hurricane power of water!
This one's mine!
Here's a healing
In a
art!
box.
This one's mine! Can't be happening!
Here I come!
You have to hold on.
Big blade!
Roach's...
Can't lose!
Eternal devastation!
One far enough!
Roach's fury!
You could use a hand! I'll tear you apart!
Healing
I'm
power!
ready to go! I
Infernal
owe you
turret!
one for that!
They've got us cornered! We're not finished quite... Yes!
You're right. We can still turn this around.
I won't... Give
Try
up!
harder!
Falling
Now!
A new lease on life! Hurricane Gravitas Field!
This one's mine!
You're my...
Confiscate! Here!
Roach's fury!
I've let you
Here's
all
a
down.
healing art!
Stay away from my friend! There!
Falling Try an instant! I'll bring you back from
You're
death.
mine! Burn!
Hurricane Strike! Resuscitation!
Roach's fury!
In a bind?
Here's a healing art! First aid!
Tiger
Healing
Swallow blade!
Blaze!
Try this!
Talon hurricane!
Infernal turret!
Hear my call! one's mine!
Eat this! Take it!
An outstanding
Cyan instant!
I'll finish you here and now!
Demon Fang!
By the power of blood!
dazzling spin!
Searing flame! Reload! Searing flame! Reload!
It's
I'm
time!
out of ammo!
Burn in hell!
Here goes! Need to pull myself together.
I don't feel so hot.
You should sit this one out there.
And miss all the fun. No
Now
way.
you see what I can do!
You could use a hand.
Confiscated!
Now, in the groove!
Try this!
First aid!
An outstanding
In a bind!
Orochi Fury!
Hurricane
I'm
strike!
just getting started!
Look sharp.
Here's a
Orochi
healer!
Fury!
Look sharp.
Round and round! Hurricane strike!
Look
I
sharp.
never miss!
Move it. Look sharp.
This should do it!
I'm on it!
Tiger blade!
Ready to go! Now I'm in the groove!
Eat this!
Glacial
You're
spear!
mine!
Pierce
Solar
evil!
Blade!
Eat this!
Not now! Not ever!
Look sharp!
You're mine! Orochi Fury!
Here! Crescent
Try harder!
Hurricane
No,
strike!
you can't.
Nice
Anything in order!
Here's a healing art! Hurricane strike! First
I can
aid!
carve through! I'm on a roll now!
Back in spray!
There!
None shall escape my judgment!
All right.
Nice well
Guardian in a bind!
I'm ready! Here's a healing art! I'll bring you back from death to this! Not in your dreams!
Felt fine not too long ago. Eagle Assault! Talon Hurricane!
Do it! This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Here, let me help! First
I
aid!
really hope you...
Surrender! Fighting is useless now!
Do you think it's really over?
Astral energy. Watch out! They've got something up their sleeve!
What?
It's self-destructed?
Alphen!
I'm okay. Just a little roughed up.
You had me worried there.
Who said you could touch that?
Damn it! He's awake!
I should have thought as much.
So you know this place?
Naturally, it was built for me, after all. We'll save that for another time. More pressing is how I'm going to tear you apart.
Even after all this time, you still insist on hating me?
You cut me down. Sovereign or not, you will pay for that.
You're obviously bluffing. You can't even move right now.
Really, is that what you think? Did you really think that such a petty device could hold me?
Are you going to claim it's because you're a ruler? Be it sovereigns or lords. In the end, they're all titles given by someone else.
Plus, what kind of ruler would spend all his time chasing Alf, who happens to be another sovereign?
Idle prattle. I proved my worth and the Sovereign's powers were granted to me.
Were they really? We already know the title of Sovereign doesn't denote royalty. It is but an overblown codename for those with a designated part to play in these proceedings. You mentioned before that you were not the only one stolen from Dana, correct?
Yeah. Every one of them besides me died.
All of those failed experiments, and they still kept going back to Dana. There must have been some vital reason their subject had to specifically be a Danan. Then there were the records we found in the library, for you and Volron. They were logged 300 years apart, and yet the data they took from you was exactly the same. Which leads us to a single conclusion.
Then you mean Boron was kidnapped just like Alphen? But then he became a...
A slave from Dana. Just like us. Isn't that right, Volron?
So he posed as a Renan and caused all that suffering to his own people?
How could you? If you knew the pain of being a slave, why would you inflict that upon others?
Renan and Danan are meaningless distinctions. Me and everyone else. That is all that matters. I will stand above all others and take what is rightfully mine, starting with this.
A red woman.
Another one?
Give your master back on Rena this message. No one makes a fool of me. Let them know I'll make them suffer.
Don't do it!
Serenus Alva!
It's too late. We can't stay here.
We need to go. Alphen!
Go. But know I will be your shadow no matter where you try to run.
Let's go.
Never forget, I am the one who devours everything. Who answers to neither spirit nor man. My word is law. I am